Hey everybody, hope everyone's doing well. So today is Saturday, and so I started this video recording this on Thursday, and we had something tragic that happened on the property on Wednesday. And so on Wednesday morning, we have a commercial landscaping business, and our crew knows that we have livestock and they know that we have dogs, and we train our dogs at a very early age to not exit our fencing, because we live on a very busy country road and these cars go 80 miles an hour. So our guys came in, and as they were leaving, Basil snuck out onto the street. And it was extremely early in the morning, and I heard Hank barking, and the bark was odd. So I got dressed, I came out, and I saw the gate open, and I closed it, and one of our guys just left. And as I closed the gate and I turned, I saw a truck, just coming by super fast, and I thought they had a flat tire, and instead they ended up hitting our dog. So Basil, she was our youngest one. She was like such a little firecracker. So she walked out into the street and got struck by a car, and she didn't make it to the vet. So I've been really sad about that. And because I can't help feel like it's my responsibility to keep her safe. Our whole crew is devastated by that. They were all just kind of arguing, like just mad at each other that day for wondering who left the gate open and why wasn't anyone watching the gate. So they're really upset. So yeah, because they were all here and they witnessed it. So that's been pretty sad. Yeah, so I haven't really been working out in the garden. I kind of just been, we did have some rain on Friday. So today is Saturday, and I was not gonna cry. But she was so sweet. She was so sweet. So today I'm gonna work in the garden, and I've already started amending one of the beds here. So yeah, I'm sorry for the sad news, but I just like to, start working on the garden, and just gets my mind off of things. So I already amended this bed, and I put some, I'm sorry. Okay, so this is what I mended the beds with. So I added a little bit of this tomato vegetable food. I asked our local nursery, and they said that I could use this in all of the garden beds, that it's good for everything. So if you guys are curious what these numbers mean, right here, do you see that? It says 5, 10, 10. So what this means is 5 is for above the ground health, 10 is below, and the last one is another 10, it's all around. So you think up, down, all around. So up is the foliage on the top, down, the middle one is the roots down below for good healthy roots and strong roots, and then the 10 is for all the way around. So if you see these numbers, that's what it means. Up, down, all around. So there you go. That's what I am mending the beds with. I also have a multi-purpose one too. So once I'm out of this one, I'm going to use that multi-purpose one, and I'm probably going to use that and fertilize all of the plants in the garden beds and all the pots and everything like that, because spring is in the air, and I'm going to start working in the garden. We're going to start planting some tomatoes. We got all of our baby chicks. We got 3 more. I think they're called copper morans, which give the super chocolate dark eggs, and some cuckoo morans, which that's such a funny name, that give another, dark lit chocolate dark eggs. So that is what is happening. So I'm just going to get to working, and then I do need to clean out the chicken coop because it is time to do some spring cleaning. Plus, we're having my daughter's sober grad night party here. It's like a small private party. I think about 50 people might be showing up, maybe, hopefully. So yeah, that should be fun. And so we just want to get the place nice and tidy for that event. So let's just get started. All right, so I am finished with all of the beds, amending them, and I did plant a few things. So first I'm going to give you a run through of what's happening in the garden and then share with you what I did in the garden beds. Okay, so over here, look how beautiful this is. So I don't know how it looks like in the camera, but I'm so pleased that this rose bush right there is looking so good. Do you see that? Look how beautiful. I cannot wait. I already see some blooms on it, so I cannot wait to see what the rose looks like. And then I just put, some penny violas and things like that around it. And then eventually I'm probably going to mulch it, and I do have some mulch out there. And yeah, and then slowly get rid of all the weeds little by little just by pulling them out. All right, so over here is our onions, and the onions are doing so good, and some of them are starting to go to flower. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest these probably tomorrow, and then I'll show you how I make that pesto, onion top pesto. And then let me show you what else is happening. Now this bed I have not fixed yet, and I'm going to put some tomatoes in here, and also in this bed right here I'm going to add some tomatoes, and I'm going to incorporate the tomatoes with the basil and what else? I think I'm going to try growing some spinach. I'm not too sure yet, but definitely for sure tomatoes and basil. And then look at these right here. Look at how good everything is doing. Okay, so over here we have some carrots on this side, and these are just your regular basic orange carrots. And then I planted some strawberries right over here. So I planted 3 strawberries, and I thought that'd be so cute to have, some red strawberries right there. So now in this row right here, I have some spinach, and then I also sowed some carrots in this row right here. So that's doing really good. And then I just harvest the spinach from these 2 rows right here. So the spinach is doing so well. I am so pleased with it, and I did start more. So let me share with you what I started for our 2023 spring garden. But first, the garlic. The garlic is doing so good. I cannot wait to harvest the garlic. So they say when the 2 bottom leaves are brown, that's when you're supposed to harvest the garlic. So I cannot wait to harvest it and show you what we get from this little patch. And then I just wanted to share with you these pansies. Aren't these so sweet? Look how beautiful those are. Oh, I love them. All right, let me show you what I started in the other garden bed. So now over here in the garden bed, so in our 10-day forecast, it doesn't look like we're having any cold weather anytime soon. So I've already started planting all of our artichokes. So I kind of staggered the artichokes right in here, and then in between the artichokes, I started some spinach seeds. And then let's see, over in this row, I started some celery here in the front, and then towards the back, I started some carrots. And then in this row right here, I believe it's all turnips. So in this back row is all turnips. So I cannot wait to see how this garden bed is gonna look. Now, I have never sown oh my goodness. I've never grown artichokes, and I've never sown turnips this late in the season. The first time I've ever done turnips was my first fall garden, which was just recently. So this is the second time that I've done this, but I don't know how it's going to do, because we do get some warm summers, but hopefully we have a mild spring, and we get some turnips. Okay, so over here is our thornless blackberry bush, and it's doing so good. So what I did, oh my goodness. Come on, let's go. Come on. Oh, okay, good boy. Okay, so what I did was no. So I added these bamboo stakes, and I just put them in the corners, and I tied it with some jute twine, and then I tied the blackberries, oh my goodness, onto the bamboo. So let's get out of here so he can get out of the planter bed. Okay, so over here in this bed, this is where we had the cauliflower. So what I'm gonna have planted in this bed is gonna be some peppers. So I'm gonna put some peppers in this bed, and I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow. Now in this bed, I have so many things growing in this bed as well. So I have a row of beans, avalanche peas right here in the front, or by the trellis. So I'm hoping that this is gonna trellis up the top. And then I put some sashimi hot peppers right in here. And then I have some red Baron peppers right there. I also have these broccolis that are still left in there that I'm gonna leave in there and allow them to grow. I also started, I started some black beauty squash, some zucchini squash right in there. And that's pretty much it. So we have quite a bit of stuff growing in this bed as well. So I cannot wait to see what it looks like. Now I know the squash is gonna get pretty big, and I know that the peppers are gonna grow, you know, pretty good size. So I just can't wait. I look forward to spring all the time now. So now that I started gardening, it is so fun to see these beds come together and see how much stuff grows. Oh my God, it's just amazing. All right, so let me show you what else we have. All right, so over here we have our raspberry bush, and it's looking so good. So I know I have some fertilizer for the berries, which I'm going to add onto these two berries, the blackberry bush and the raspberry bush, tomorrow. So I cannot wait, because look how good it's looking. I hope we get some raspberries. It's looking so good. So let me share with you. Oh, and I didn't show you the lemongrass. Here is the lemongrass. It's still producing, and it's not disappointed. So it has been good all through the winter, and it's still producing shoots. So this is awesome. All right, so this is the bed with the celery. So what I did was I planted cilantro right over here. I left the celery, I did thin it out just a little bit, and then I added the artichokes as well as some basil. So, oh, and at the end, in between the artichokes, I put some peppers. Now, is it overkill? I have no idea, but we're about to find out during spring. I just cannot wait to see what it looks like. So here are the carrots and the cabbage, and still looking really good. Now I noticed since we've been getting more sun, the carrots have been growing a little bit more, and they're getting a little bit thicker and bigger, so that's really nice. And then the cabbage, that's where I had the aphids. Now what I ended up doing with the aphids is I ended up just spraying them off with the hose, with the high pressure hose, and so far so good. They have not come back, so that's a good thing. Now over here is a Myers lemon, and it's doing so good. It has so much new growth, so I cannot wait to see, you know, how everything is going to turn out. So far everything is looking really good in the garden. Tomorrow I just have to amend 3 beds, and I'm really hoping to work on the irrigation tomorrow on these 3 beds right here. And then as far as the onions in the front go, they are doing so well. We're having such a beautiful sunset right now. But yeah, everything is doing so well. The chickens are doing really good. The baby chicks in the trailer are doing excellent. So yeah, and these chickens are doing really good. Now, I have not smelt the skunk or heard it or seen it the other day. You know, we were in the trailer and I saw it walk into the barn. But since then, we have not seen it. So hopefully it found a new home. But that's a good thing. So here is the onion patch and the garlic. Everything is doing so good. So let me show you how everything's looking in here. So now right here is another blackberry bush. This is where I used to have my blackberry in a pot, and then it threw out a runner, and the runner came out from underneath, and so I kind of left it, and so it's a thornless blackberry bush, and I could see it already has some flowers. So this is going to be so exciting to have 2 blackberry bushes that are thornless. I cannot wait. Alright, so here are the red onions right here. They have 2 rows of red onions and a row right here of garlic, and everything is doing so good. And then let me show you on the other side. So over here we have the yellow onions. We have 2 rows of yellow onions, and then we have some red onions in the middle. Yeah, the back row is the yellow onion and the front row is the yellow onion. And then on the other side behind me right here, we have 2 rows of white onion and then a mixture of red onions and some green onions in the back corner, but just a bunch of onions in this area. So that is what's happening on the farm. Everything is doing really well. Yeah, it's just been kind of quiet, you know. Basil was our youngest puppy, so she was definitely rambunctious. But that's pretty much it. So hopefully everyone's having a wonderful Easter. I'm not sure how fast I'm going to be able to load up this video. Our internet's really slow out here, but hopefully everyone's having a great day. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.